again. Good morning, y'all. It is the 6th day of August. The song was brought to you and sponsored for Lady D. She needs tea because she's tired of the coffee. What? That's all I gotta say. You gotta have coffee. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's see. How do I get this up? Oh, it's been a while. Let me remove that. Hey, good morning. It is the 8th of, not 8th, the 6th of August. And I woke up. Yeah, you really need to hydrate. The heat is coming on, especially here in Texas. Next 6 days, triple digits. Oh, yeah. That one day we're supposed to be below triple digits. Yeah, that's not happening. Oh, so how's my audio? Is it working today? Because I've been battling with StreamYard, the internet, and YouTube. So hopefully you can hear me and you ain't got no funky, funny noises. Oh, Lady says she's going to be back next week in the 90s. Welcome to my world. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh, thank you, Lady D. And the lurkers, too. I know, I see y'all. I know one of you's at work listening, and the other one, so you never say nothing, but that's okay. Good morning. It is currently 80 degrees, sunny, and it's supposed to hit triple digits today. And that's the most I'm going to say on it because I don't even want to see the number. I know it's going to be bad. But that's all I got to say. So let's see. A lot of stuff been reported. Supposedly there was a couple more little Quakers in New Jersey on the northern part. Minor ones. I think they're under 3.0. And yeah, then the southern part of California has been having multiple mini quakes in the last 24 hours. They stopped counting them, but it was a lot of them. Nothing major, but something's moving. Yeah, and it ain't climate change. Has to do with the sun. Yeah, yeah. Maybe the aliens that have been living underground are probably going to pop up because they're coming to get picked up by that big old spaceship with Robin Williams as Mark to come pick up his Mindy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep going on with that story. What the hell? So, just a warning for everybody in West Central Texas, probably the most majority of the Texas state, and possibly the U.S. You got to check your own local. UVs are going to be very, very high starting at 1 p.m. They're usually on the money on the time for that one. They're just not usually on the money with the time, the rain, the the heat, and everything else. But yeah, yesterday we went straight from be careful in the sun to get the hell out of the sun. Don't go out. Do not pass your door and do stuff when the sun goes down because the UV rays were really bad. And that's one thing y'all got to consider. They don't, if they do a study on the UV rays, they ain't doing it right because I think the UV affects the earth a whole lot more. And I think that probably is part of the reason or the instigator for all the earthquakes we're getting, all the lava moving up. But wait, where do the UVs come from, Trust? Oh, climate change? No, Trust. It comes from the sun. Man, you're a genius. You must have gone to school for years. No, it's just do your own research. Yeah. So yeah. So let's see. I saw a couple interesting stories right before I started the stream. Yeah, I'm not going to read that one. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Anybody remember actress Kelly Mack? Kelly Mack was a actress that starred on The Walking Dead. She wasn't a primary um, actress on that one. She was a supporting actress, but she has served for a couple of seasons. And she also just was recently on 911 as one of the supporting actresses there. Well, she has passed away. And according to Newsweek, they came out with the cause of death. Dun, dun, dun. So prayers for her family, because I know it has to be pretty drastic. Okay, here's the first one. According to Newsweek, fruit recall. Fruit recall has been given the highest risk warning from the FDA. Yeah, I'm going to click on that one because that's the person that actually came out. When I was looking, I didn't see any, but now it's popped up because I guess AI is waking up, having their cup of tea, and going, oh, Trish is on. Okay, let's see. More than 8,000 cans of Parashore pear slices and juice, 15 ounce, distributed primarily through grocery stores in California, were recalled over fears the product could be contaminated with elevated lead and cadmium. How did that lead get in there? Aren't those pear slices? Yeah. So if you're California, you buy your food from the grocery store, don't eat the pears. Check out the USDA, FDA websites and find out if the cans you got are affected. Even the picture for on the can does not look that good. Uh, you think you felt the 2.7, but you don't know in your ass? Yep. I don't know. There's a lot going on, but the more I read, I'm realizing just like the sun. And then of course I got with 10 TV before she started doing her big watch the sun and all the weird stuff going on over there. And wait our powwows and stuff. And yeah, we figured out that you know we're more of experts than the people actually studying the sun. Oh, okay. You're saying there was a 2.7, but you didn't feel it. You're probably a little further south, you know, which is a good thing. You don't want to feel them. We feel them every once in a while, but yeah. Okay, I'm trying to find this one story that's pretty dressy. Oh. Ooh, allergy stuff is really, really good. Yeah. Now, speaking of earthquakes, let's see. The Splend.com is reporting another earthquake has rocked New York City. And that was yesterday because it says today and they posted it 19 hours ago. So trying to see. Oh, that was the 2.7. Yeah. Oh, that was the one in northern New Jersey. Hey, look, Lady D, you're famous. The 2.7. Yeah, it was felt in parts of New York too. Yeah, there you go. So we covered what Lady D was talking about. Yep, she didn't feel it. And this is a weird story. I don't know if you heard about it or not, but suggest.com saying a 20-year-old woman found dead with 26 iPhones glued to her body. Yeah, I know that happened over the weekend where they discovered the body, I believe, or it could have been a little earlier. They're just finally reporting on it. I'm still waiting for the story to pop up. Yeah, they were glued to her body. The woman's identity is being hidden from the public. Died on July 29th while on the way to São Paulo, a Brazilian city. The woman died on the bus from cardiac arrest with 26 iPhones glued to her body. Makes you really, really wonder. They tell you, keeping your cell phone close to your head will give you brain cancer, supposedly. I don't know. Ask your doctor. They're the ones with the PhDs, according to YouTube. And yeah, but 26 iPhones glued to her body, and she has a cardiac arrest. What are the cell phones doing? Does she have them all on vibrate? Hey, I'm just asking for a friend. Yeah, you don't want to feel it either. And you don't want to glue 26 iPhones to your body either while traveling. I don't know. Okay, according to Tom'sGuide.com, if you own a Dell laptop or Dell computer, millions of Dell laptops at risk of attack due to security chip flaw. Update your PC right now. So if you own a Dell, go to Dell.com, their official website, and find out what the updates are so you can protect yourself. Okay, according to New York Post, they're reporting that a Tennessee death row inmate cries out in pain during a lethal injection after a state refused to deactivate defibrillator implant. Well, I believe he was the one that turned around and murdered a mom and two daughters. I don't know if he was related to her or not, but yesterday they had the story that they're doing a new way to execute him for his crimes. So I know there's somewhere people out there that can go, "Oh my God, how could you do that to somebody?" No, 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 no. Back up for a minute. How could he do that to that mom and the daughters? And I'm not going to tell you. You got to go to NewYorkPost.com and read the story to find out how he freaking killed them. And then you're like, yeah, add a couple more defibrillators to them. Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's just my opinion. So, hey, don't get offended, but, hey, you got to do the crime, you got to do the time. Hey, Independent.com is reporting a Las Vegas woman got busted trying to smuggle 59 pounds of marijuana out of the country. Any lawyers out there covering the case, just tell the judge she was trying to return them to the manufacturer. She was unhappy with the product. It might work. At least it'll get you a couple other, international newspapers like, what we used to have, the Inquirer. Yeah. I wasn't smuggling. I was returning the product. It was faulty. It didn't taste right. Yeah. And they're reporting, and I'm trying to see where it's at. They're reporting ESPN is going to be buying the NFL channel and a couple other sports things. And the ESPN's going to turn around and own a big old chunk of it. So, yeah. I'm going to refresh the stories because that's kind of where it's just one recall. Okay, here you go. USAtoday.com. Health. COVID variant. It's called Stratus. It's spreading in the US and worldwide. Yeah. What are the symptoms? I'm going to click on it because I don't know without reading it. But YouTube, hey, I'm just reading the news. So if you don't like what you're hearing, I'm not fear mongering. Okay, new COVID variant has climbed the ranks. U.S. becoming the third most common strain of the summer. Ooh, okay. Variant XFG, known as Stratus, was first detected in Southeast Asia in January, but accounted for less than about 0% of the cases in the U.S. until May. By late June, it was estimated to account for up to 14%, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Dun, dun, dun. The health risk posed by the variant is low at the global level. Yeah, we've heard that before. I'm trying to see. Okay, the variant's mutations may enhance FFG's ability to evade immune responses, but its binding behavior shows that it is less likely to be highly contagious than other dormant variants. This is coming from a professor from the University of Nevada. Here are the symptoms of XFG or Stratus: fever, chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, sore throat, congestion or a runny nose, new loss of taste or smell, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, nausea or vomiting, trouble breathing, persistent pain or pressure in the chest, new confusion, inability to wake or stay awake, depending on skin tone, lips, nails, beds, and skin may appear pale, gray, or blue. I know some people I picked up when I used to be designated driver. Yeah. The next morning, majority of those symptoms. Who knows? I don't know. But there you go. If you have a large list of that, you may want to go to the doctor. Hey, good morning, Marshmallow Man. How you doing? Good to see you. Lady D's still on the phone. She's like, very interesting. Really? You're selling what? Really? Ooh, yeah. Lady D can't get away from the telemarketers. She's trapped. All right, so it's a refresh. Let's see. No, I don't know. There's a lot of stock market stuff. If you ever wonder why your mail doesn't reach you within a certain amount of time, check out Newsweek. They just posted maps showing on the U.S. on how fast USPS first class mail moves in certain states. And you would be surprised. Some places it's faster than others. I think it has to do with certain people working there. Some are like, I'm only getting $60 an hour. I ain't gonna bust my ass for nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. It happens. It's out there. So, dear Mr. Trump, you need to look into that. You need to reevaluate some unions. And yeah, if they're change the rules like they have because they're all money hungry, you need to do away with some. Or at least the states need to, the governors need to. Because when the unions first formed, it was more to protect the worker from safety stuff and all that. And yeah, the workplace has evolved with OSHA and all this other stuff, the whistleblower program and all this other. So why do we still have unions? So they can shut down commercialism in the country and demand more money because they think they're special. Yeah. What else sounds like that? Politics? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, dailygalaxy.com is reporting, and here you go. This is where the UVs, the earthquakes, volcanoes are coming into play. Oh, man. These allergies are killer today. dailygalaxy.com is reporting the sun erupts with 3 major solar flares in 24 hours. What it means for Earth. Well, I would send you to Daily Galaxy, but a lot of y'all don't like to read that science stuff, so let me click on it. Yeah, after weeks of relative quiet, the sun has erupted with a series of powerful solar flares. Yeah, you know those things that come and start messing with our ozone and everything else. Over the weekend, 3 M-class solar flares were released in rapid succession, ending a 22-day period of calm. These eruptions originated from a sunspot AR 4168. Have caught the attention of space weather forecasters who are now on the lookout for potential coronal mass ejections. That's CME for the ones that don't know the long name. Yeah. They could make their way towards Earth later this week. And that's why we're having the higher UV warnings. That's why you need to pay attention to those. You know, they only report on like the Carlington event where it melted the telegraph wires when there was a lot of electronics out there. But nobody's ever done a deep dive to see the people that were outside and got hit during that event way back when. How many more people died of certain things because of the exposure of the sun? They didn't know nothing about CMEs back then. Somebody needs to do a deep dive. You really want to know that we're not full of shit like the climate changes people. Yeah. That's why I don't care how much sunblock you use. I don't know, does it really block? When you're finding out all the stuff they're adding to your food, what do they add to you know, the sunblock stuff? Are you adding formaldehyde to your skin to protect yourself? Oh yeah, it may be cloudy, but those UV rays still cut through it. Yeah, like back in the day, I've seen a couple articles in the last month, but they don't really talk about it too much. Yeah, remember when used to have acid rain all the time? Yeah, and that was climate change back then. And now we have no acid rain anywhere. Yeah. What happened to the acid rain? It just doesn't go away. Yeah, think about it. And there's another one a lot of people don't realize, and then they buy houses, and then they find out later they've been living above a big spout of radon, because radon comes off the ground and permeates everything, and you could be, radiating your body thanks to radon. But nobody ever freaking, before you buy a house or anything else, do you have a radon? When's the last time they checked for radon around this house? You know, why buy a nice house? Oh yeah, good deal, nice house, but you're just microwaving your body. Think about it. It does happen. According to Newsweek.com, here's another that's come back. 3 people are dead in major New York. And I believe it's from Legionnaire's disease. We haven't heard that one for a while. That's why you always clean your filters, you clean your duct systems, you get a professional go out there to clean anything and everything. You always get your air conditioner or furnaces checked, all that other crap. You don't want to find out later you're sick. And here's breaking news about 11 hours ago. After 2 decades, Sirius XM says it's not worth it. Howard Stern show has been canceled on Sirius XM. Dun dun dun. You saw the controversy and all that he's still trying to bring up to make himself relevant. Ain't relevant no more. He's gone. Oh. So did you feel yesterday being a little shorter than normal because the Earth was spinning a little faster? CNET.com's got an article on that. They're asking. And the brightside.com's reporting one of Alaska's most dangerous volcanoes is waking up. And they got a pretty grisly picture of the lava and the smoke and all that from the top. And this is from an airplane. Actually, it looks like a passenger plane, like somebody's flying into Alaska. So check out the brightside.com for photos, video, and see what's going on. Oh no. Here's going to bring up the climate change question. Go to grist.com, Grist, grist.com. Their clickbait story is groundwater is drying out, heating up, and causing sea level rise. Okay, it's drying up. I don't think it's drying out. I think it's going underneath the ground myself. It's heating up. Well, that's not because of petro, and man-made things. I think that's from the sun, and it's causing sea level rise. Wait a minute. I thought us using fossil fuels was melting the icebergs and making sea level rise. But they're saying the groundwater, with it drying up and heating up, is causing sea level rise. That's why climate change is just like the Jabberwocky they said to get. No, everybody that got it is regretting it because it's really screwing up your bodies. It's causing all these mutant strains to be everywhere. Think about it. It's no conspiracy. That's my opinion. You do your own research, ask the experts, and then you'll be satisfied. But yeah, I've been studying the Earth way too long while everybody else was too busy going to Studio 54, storing something white in their nose and partying like it was 1999. Yeah. Hey, BBC is reporting a body of a man missing for 28 years is found in a melting glacier. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe he went out for a walk and then he fell in and froze. I may be closer to the truth than I know, and I haven't even read the story yet. I'm going to stop here for a second and check real quick. Oh no, you got the windows open again. Well, you know how to cover up that sound and it won't cover it up completely. Put some box fans on the windows to draw the freaking air in. Yeah, and I agree with you. Those fireplaces should be cleaned. They should be cleaned out every year or every season, depending if you use a wood stove or if you have a fireplace. Yeah, you don't want that. It starts with a C. I can't think of the word right. Cryolite or something like that buildup. You want that cleaned. And if you don't like doing it yourself, there's people out there that'll clean it for you. You just got to pay the price. But it's a safety thing. Yep. Okay, DailyDigest.com's reporting 2 hours ago NASA has identified mysterious stellar object from beyond our solar system. And they're showing a picture. Yeah, be surprised what it is. But hey, go check out Daily Digest. You want to know. Is it an alien ship? Yeah. Is it Robin Williams coming to pick up Mindy? We never know till you check it out. Okay. Go to creepyworld.com. Why? They got some interesting stories there, and this was a video one. The story is divers spot sunken plane on ocean floor. They turn pale after swimming inside. I wonder what they found. Dun, dun, dun. It's got to be creepy because it's at creepyworld.com. And here you go. Since yesterday, Newsweek posted this yesterday, but I've been saying this for more than since yesterday. It's saying Americans told to stay out of the sun in 6 states. I could tell you it's from California all the way to Texas, and then it skips over to, I believe it's Florida. Yeah, there's quite a few states that, yeah. And it's only going to get worse, people. Get used to it now. Best time to do stuff is right before sunrise till about 10 o'clock in the morning. And here's a wonderful read a story. Go to dailygalaxy.com. Lost tectonic plate resurfaces after 20 million years. Yeah, tectonic plate. You know what those are? Those ones that cause earthquakes when they start moving and stuff. This one's rising. So that means it's being pushed up from the one that's going underneath it. And I'm looking, it looks like a big old giant crack. Where's it at? I don't know. Go to dailygalaxy.com and find out. It could be in your own backyard and you don't even realize it. And if you haven't felt the crunch yet because you haven't gotten your electricity bill, hey, get ready. Electricity prices are getting really soared with double digits. Some places are already reporting on TikTok and YouTube, and others are like, yeah. Well, just depends. How cool do you want to be? Then there's others like, I can't wait for winter. Oh, Kelly Mack was also on Chicago Med. I didn't know that. Okay. Sorry, just reading somebody else. The Independent dropped the story too, and they're putting in it. Besides Walking Dead and 911, she was also on Chicago Med. Great for y'all bakers out there, or y'all vegetarians that don't eat beef. Here's one for you. Go to delish.com. Delish.com. Yeah, let me see if I can get my voice ready. Here's the story. I bake for a living, and homemade vanilla is so worth it. Here's why. Come to delish.com and see what I'm talking about. All right, there you go. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah. It's being reported by moneytalknews.com that companies will pay taxes on employee food benefits next year. Really? So if you go to lunch, you got to bring your receipt back and they'll pay you the taxes, all $3 of it. Are they going to cover the tip too? And CBS News is reporting that RFK Jr. has halted $500 million for mRNA vaccine research. Can you smell lawsuit? Every time they try to shut down money going somewhere, they all freaking sue to try to get the liberal judges. And if they get the liberal judge, then they say, you can't do that. That's the taxpayer money. You can't withhold that money. Bullshit. That's, dear judge, it's taxpayer money. If you want to make a ruling, say you need to put it on a vote, put it on the next national voting and let the taxpayers rule. Because I guarantee you a lot of us would be like, nope, we ain't putting it shit no more. Good morning, Rubberneck. How you doing? You want to try and make your own vanilla? Well, go to delish.com. Check it out, delish.com. You'll see why vanilla is so worth it. Even Lady D's like, yeah, it's worth it. Homemade vanilla. Mm-mm-mm. Vanilla beans are pricey. Well, no, I've never seen vanilla beans, so. Y'all ladies are already talking about alcohol. Lady D already dished the coffee and she's talking about getting some dark brandy. Yeah, we know what you're trying to do. Now we know why you want tea in the morning. Tea tastes better with brandy. Dun dun dun. $15 for your Madagascar vanilla beans. What, did they feed them to a monkey and they pooped them out and then they sanitized them, sealed them, and sold them? I don't know. Anybody got any news out there? Let's see. half a gallon vanilla flavor. That's a lot of vanilla. You pouring that on your pancakes too? Damn, that's a lot of vanilla. Half a gallon. What could I do with a half a gallon of vanilla? I'd find a way to make some of it as potpourri because I like the smell of vanilla. So, unsure when I'm going to go live next. Only have 13 and a half hours. I suppose we streamed on StreamYard this month. And they give me a warning I'm coming towards my 20-hour free lunch thing, which I say is BS because they're supposed to reset on the 3rd, and it's the 6th, and I've used 5 hours in the last 2 days, maybe almost 6 hours. I'll be nice, say 6 hours, and they've never reset my freaking account. So if they don't reset my account, then Trust is going to do what Trust is going to do. They're going to get a nice, lengthy email where I advocate that everybody leave StreamYard, and an apology is not going to be good enough. But they want to apologize. They can offer me a free year of StreamYard with all the bennies. I've gotten tired of this crap. They want to play games. They want to take away everything. I used to be a paying customer, but when they freaking changed the rules to the game, I decided not to pay. I'll be a pain in the ass going to another streaming platform, but I'm doing this now because it's free. They may not like it, but a lot of people are doing it. If they want to play dirty, so we can too. They keep forgetting the customer is always right, and word of mouth works better than any commercial that they could create. So, what's that actress's name that did the Jane commercial? Her agent is pretty awesome, but I'm getting to the point where I'm getting really tired of seeing her name and her butt in jeans. Something Sweeney, whatever, I don't know. So she did a Jane commercial. She's never been seen in jeans before, and they do that. So what the block? We had, what's her name? That did the Blue Lagoon when she was a teenager. She did a Jane commercial. She was all over the place. And now they're, 30 years, 40 years later, they're freaking throwing a fit about another one doing it. Yeah, this Sweeney freaking thing is pretty ridiculous. You got people on TikTok blowing up and complaining about it. Don't buy the jeans. If you don't like it, don't buy the jeans. Well, you don't like the commercial and you're tired of seeing it. Well, obviously, they haven't been on YouTube and seen freaking Bambi's Revenge. That's a whole lot freaking worse. Once you get off your ass, stop watching commercials on TikTok, come over to YouTube so you can complain about and freaking slam on YouTube for the freaking Bambi's Revenge commercials. Yep, Brooke Shields, Rubberneck. Yeah, I believe it. They're just jealous because she's blonde, pretty, and successful. I would say she'd be my wife number 3, but she's a little bit taller than me, and getting up there in age, I don't know if I could do mountain climbing anymore. If she doesn't look like the type that, she'll just allow me just to lay there and take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think originally she was brunette and she dyed her hair for I can't remember what movies she did. Well, I think she's one of the I don't know. I'd probably classify her a classier Paris Hilton, an updated model. She hangs out with quite a few of the youngins, but she doesn't get in the same trouble. So yeah, she did die because I remember seeing her as a brunette and a blonde. And I want to say I did have a hint of almost a reddish brown color that she did once. Rubberneck's like, whatever color hair, she is pretty. Ooh, do I see admiration coming from Rubberneck? No, she's just pretty. She is a pretty young lady. Oh, not to rag on anybody. At least she didn't dye her hair green, purple, rainbow color. There's only Sydney Sweeney. Hey, laughing Bobby. I knew you'd probably stop lurking to come in if we kept on picking on Sydney. But um, hey, it's good to see you, laughing Bobby. There's only certain things that work when you do like two different color hairs and stuff. And you've seen it, you know what I mean. But there's some people go out there, they try to do freaking each strand is a rainbow. No, 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 no. Just shave your head like Britney Spears did and just buy a wig. It would look more natural with a wig instead of you trying to do that to your hair. In the long run, you'll see what shaving your head's going to tell you. You keep dyeing your hair like that, all those multicolored rainbow colors. Eventually, you're going to kill your follicles and your hair's not going to grow no more. Then you're going to have to wear wigs. So think about it. Hey, AZ Coin, good morning. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. You missed it. We picked on ladies who like to dye their hair multiple colors and look terrible. But they got the professional advice from somebody that's had hair and shaved their head. Yeah. Shave your head, wear a wig. Now, I don't wear a wig. I don't know how comfortable they are, but hey, at least the wig will look better than the way they're coloring the hair. Oh my God, the temperature has gone up. It is currently 82 degrees. It's still sunny. What will I do? And they're still warning UV is going to be very high by 1 o'clock. Well, hopefully I won't have to go off or anything at 1 o'clock. So, yeah, and that boating accident I mentioned yesterday where they found the 30 something empty cans of beer. ABC News is adding more to it. A 10-year-old girl has died from that, and the woman, who I believe is the mom or older sister, is critically injured. And they are basically labeling it as alleged drunken boating incident. So there was one guy in a boat with 30 something empty cans of beer, driving erratically, hit the people, and kills one, critically injures another, and it's alleged. Yeah, I think they're playing with innocent until proven guilty type crap. My first question out of all this story is: did they do a alcohol freaking test on him? And if they did, and he came up he was intoxicated, guess what? Yeah, it's drunken driving or drunken boating. There ain't no alleged about it. And if he refuses to take a breathalyzer, guess what? Take his blood. When they process him, they can freaking take his blood. Yeah. Hey, Tommy Guns, good morning. See, Tommy Gun agrees. It's like hair is overrated. Bald since 1995. But yeah, I got your email this morning, Tommy. Thank you. I appreciate your response back. Most people don't respond, but I knew you would. So I appreciate you. And if you didn't go over to Tommy Guns yesterday, you were warned to on the stream. You missed out on a good show. It pays off sometimes. Hell, I won the first hashtag. What did I win? Well, I'm going to wait till it arrives. And when it arrives, then I'll show it on the live stream. Tommy Gunn's like, damn, well, happy bald anniversary, Tommy. Here's something else to realize. Well, thank you, Tommy. If it's later on, that's fine. There's no rush. I do appreciate you. Reverend X says she got hers free. I don't know what, but yeah, Tommy, have you realized as men are shaving their heads because we're tired of the hair thing, women are deciding that they're not going to shave their armpits. Now, I tolerated women not shaving their legs during winter because it gets kind of cold and all that other stuff. I understand, especially if you live out like in the rural areas and stuff, but you don't go to Walmart with a miniskirt in the middle of the, middle of winter showing your hairy legs. No, that's just, I know, put on some spandex. It's not going to show you got hairy legs, but yeah, but those pits, yeah, whatever excuse, I'm sorry, you're going back to cable. Y'all are going in reverse, ladies. You got to shave those armpits. We didn't tell you to shave the pits. You started shaving the pits a long time ago. And if you're going to leave the hair there, that's fine. But if you're going to get intimate, that's a big turnoff for guys. I'm going to tell you right now. And number two, if you're going to go out and you didn't shave them, then don't wear sleeveless shirts, ladies. Come on, be a little bit more feminine. Well, you have a great day, Tommy. Thanks for dropping in, and good luck on your chores. Hopefully, they're not too hard, and good luck with Mama at her doctor's appointment. Hopefully, everything's good. Yeah, we had a lot of fun over at Tommy's trading card stream yesterday. It's one of those that you don't even have to freaking really watch it until you start showing you the stuff. You just listen while washing dishes, like I do most of the time, and yeah, and or I'm cooking, and just what they talk about. Yeah, yeah, they talk about sports, they talk about wrestling, but there's a lot of laughter and jokes in there too. It's really, really good. Oh, Bobby, that's oh, come on now. Bobby says, I don't have to shave. Who am I impressing? I just get the wrong guys anyway. Well, like he says, I used to catch it after the live. Yeah, I've done that too. Just depends if I'm taking care of my kids' sons or not, or dogs. My son's dogs. But yeah. Now, Bobby, you got to put it this way. Do you think the mortician is going to shave your armpits when you go? Hey, good morning, Rainwater. Good to see you. Long time no see. Hope everything's going well and you're good. Blessings to you and your family. Now, what really happens when the mortician takes over? You've seen the weird movies. You got those weird people putting on freaking the makeup and all that other stuff. My big question is when they drain your body of all the fluids, what did it do with the blood before it congeals? What, you want guys to shave their armpits? Now, I agree with you. Gentlemen, if your armpit hair is more than I say an inch and a half to 2 inches. Maybe it's time to trim it. You know, time to get that bushwhacker out. And I'm not talking about the one your wife uses. You should have your own private, you know, bushwhacker and trim that stuff. You know, you may not be out there to impress anybody, but you should impress yourself. Yeah, I sometimes wonder about that rubberneck. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be as hazardous waste, but do they really? As you hear, we have all these weird stories and all that, Man, woman meet up on a dating app. Next thing, man or woman wakes up 2 days later. Somebody slipped them a Mickey and they donated their kidney. Yeah, stuff like that. Are the morticians selling body parts that the person did not authorize to donate? Think about it. How do we really know if they did not take all the organs out and they sold them for profit? Hell, all those organs, if they took out all your organs and they sell them in the black market, that would pay probably for like 3 freaking funerals, if not more. And here you are, your family's having to pay for a funeral, 30,000 or more, and somebody freaking in Tijuana's got your freaking kidneys, another one in Istanbul's got your liver. Think about it. And you got a mortician making a lot of money. I think they need to regulate the morticians and clearly check to see what's going on. No. You're crossing the line there. Eyebrows, really? Yeah, for ladies, yeah. But guys, you want them to trim the eyebrows. Next thing you say, they got to trim the nose hairs and their ear hairs too. Which I agree with Bobby. I'm just picking on her. You should never have freaking nose hairs freaking sticking out like 3 feet from your nose. And you're trying to disguise it with a beard and mustache. And definitely your ears down. Pluck them. And they got these cosmetology schools, like they have the dentistry and the barber schools. You could always call them up and ask them, hey, you got a discounted rate? I'll come in and your students can practice on my eyebrows, my nose hairs, ear, stuff like that. And then I know the massage schools here do that. Instead of paying the regular $60 for a full body massage, you end up paying like 15, $20 as the students work on you. Yeah. And the good thing is it's not only one. They trade off like after 20 minutes because, they're rookies, they're learning. So you get multiple hands on your body. And some of them will do better than others. Yeah. They hate me if I go in there because I always ask for the deep tissue one. And boy, they got to work for it. I got some deep tissue. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a unibrow rubberneck. Back in caveman days, that was the thing. That wasn't a fad. That was the ongoing thing. Unibrows. No, but yeah, seriously, no unibrows, man or woman. I still can't get used to that women shave their eyebrows completely, and they either tattoo, which is the weirdest thing in the world. They tattoo eyebrows on their freaking face, and they look like freaking Mickey Mouse's, you know, eyebrows, or they try to use I don't know what kind of pen they use, mascara pen or whatever, and they try to paint them on a daily basis. There, it's like no, makes no sense. Now I was joking about the unibrow. God gave you 2 brows for the 2 eyes. There's a reason for it. If you haven't figured out why you got two brows, you should you should just go with the flow and make sure you don't have a unibrow. Yeah, the stones. Oh yeah. When they're perfect temperature. Oh yeah, baby. But at first they're like, ah. And if they put a semi-moist warm towel on your back before they put the stones down, you're in for a real treat with some hot stones. Hey, Zed's Place, how you doing? What started all this? It was a mixture between Lady D and Lady. No, I'm just joking. It was a mixture between Life with Bobby and Rubberneck. Better watch this, Zed. They're going to have a intervention with you. They're all going to show up at your house. And they're going to say they want you to trim your nose and ear hairs and your unibrow. And if you don't, Life of Bobby's going to wear a sleeveless shirt and threaten you with her pit hairs. Yeah. And she's just going to say, I'm here on the intervention. I'm not here to impress. Either do it or we're going to do it for you. Yeah, that's why I'm picking on him, Lady D, because it does look like he did shave his eyebrows the other day. And the Life of Bobby would be the enforcer. Yeah. Hey, you're the one who volunteered. I said, you put it in chat. I can use it. And by you putting something in the chat, automatically says I can use it. But needless to say, I won't leak out that you're Zed. I know you're at a good place because you got Bob and his partner in crime. Those ladies freaking try to get bitches on you. I guarantee you, Bob's got your back. You got some cool cats there. So speaking of pets, did y'all see Lady D's trellis? She says it was bigger and taller than what she expected. But I learn things when I watch Lady D sometimes. You know what I learned yesterday? She's 6 foot. Out of your videos, I would have never known you were that tall. Damn, if you're single and I was trying to pick you up in a bar, I would have to bring in some climbing equipment there, Lady D. Just saying. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Good morning, B Charming. You woke up. Oh, see, there you go. I told you the Queen of Lupa is here. You got to have your Lupa treatment. One of these days, we'll be able to get B Charming up here with me, and she can share her voice and explain what the Lupa treatment is. Some of you might be shocked. Dun, dun, dun. There's nothing wrong with tall women. Most of my life, and most of the people I've dated have been tall. Most of my public fights have also been because of that tall person. Not because they started, it's because somebody else was harassing them, and I stepped in, and yeah. I remember this one record store at the mall in San Antonio. Boy, we wrecked that place. But it wouldn't have been as bad if his buddy didn't try to join in to help him. And the funny part, I was the short guy. Yeah. But I'm the one that walked away. The other two went to the hospital, and then they turned around and got arrested. And they had to pay for the damages. So, yeah. Yeah, she's tall, B Charming. There's nothing wrong with being short, rubberneck, believe me. I had too many athletic accidents where I stopped growing. Most of my family is 6 foot or taller, and I'm sitting at 5'5" because of all my athletic injuries. So, but I kept playing even when the doctor said you can't play anymore. Yeah. That's why when the VA tries saying, you need to have this fused and that fused. Yeah. Yeah, watching her videos. You watch her videos, it doesn't look like she's 6 foot. But, I watch other people's videos and they look amazingly tall. And I find out they're like 4'9". I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know the special optics they're using on their phones, the cameras and all that, but but definitely the thing is Lady D's smile and her, her voice with her attitude, which is a very positive attitude all the time. But when she said she was 6 foot tall and showed that trellis, I'm like, what's that trellis? Like 10 feet? Life with Bobby. Okay, you're 5'3" tall and 260 pounds. You just tell people when they want to know. You just tell them you're well grounded. That's all it is. That's not being politically correct. The closer to the ground you are, the better grounded you are. Should always walk in the grass on a daily basis, barefoot, so you get that grounding. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like 8 foot. It was about a foot and a half taller than you. So it probably is about 8 foot, Lady D. But there's certain things that us short people don't have to worry about, like having specially built homes that you don't have to duck under. Yeah, because some people they got to duck. And I grew up with the San Antonio Spurs in my neighborhood, and I grew up with the kids, and of course a lot of them were all tall, of course, because they're basketball players. And it was funny because all their houses, you could tell the difference. They had these freaking big ass, freaking tall ass doors just to get in their houses, so they didn't have to duck. And they had to modify the, when they're building their houses and all that. And when they would come over for dinner at our house, they'd all have to duck to get in the house and duck to go into a room. If they had to use the restroom, they definitely had to duck. But let's see. The tallest professional sports basketball player I ever met and came over to eat at dinner was Walt Chamberlain. That was amazing. I was like, holy crap. Let's just take off the roof. Let's eat outside so he doesn't have to duck. I mean, I felt bad for him, you know. And it looked like when he was sitting on our dining chairs, we had a big wooden dining room table that hold like 12 people and all that. And when he sat in the chair, it looked like he was sitting in a kiddie table, one of those small chairs. His legs are bent and his knees were above the freaking table and all that. I'm like, oh man. Of course, I wanted to take a picture, but my mom wouldn't. I really wanted to take one. Man, that would be a classic. I'd have a Polaroid of it and then have him sign his name to it and he'd never know what it was. And then to this day, I'd have it's like, look, he was at my house with me. No, that's not a kid's table where he's eating at. Yeah, cars is a pain in the ass part. On some people, I don't know. That's why when I look at Shaq, I'm like, what the hell? He's got to have a specially modified car. He's got to super glue the freaking driver's seat so nobody in the house changes it. See, going out with your friends is good life for Bobby because if anything ever happens, imagine all that cover you got. You just put the friends in front of you. They won't see you. You're short. Think about it. That gives you time to get away. Yeah, man, that brings it up. This is the month my twin boy's birthday is in a couple of weeks. And yeah. I've already donated to one's fund for his birthday gift. I can't say because he watches the stream and I don't want his present to be leaked out. And the other one, he just wants to go to casino with his brother, spend a couple of days there, and try gambling for the first time. So I tell him, well, you're not going to take your card. If I got to watch your dogs, which I know I got to watch him while he's out of town, so that leaves me not going. Even though I'd really want to go, not to gamble, but to check out the buffet. Yeah. I remember my kids growing up. They were like me. I was chunky. I wore husky jeans that we got from Sears and all that other stuff. And I got the same stuff from my ex-wife. My mom used to do. You're fat. We need to lose weight. And even the doctors told my mom, and I had to tell her, my ex, they're going to grow out of it. Just wait. Let them find their sports mojo. When they do, they're gonna freaking shoot up, and that's what happened. They found their sports mojo and they shot up. Oh, yours the 19th. Well, happy pre-birthday, Bobby. My twin boys are on the 26th. Oh, it is wrong because it's emotional abuse, and especially coming from a mother. You would expect that more from a dad, but a cool dad wouldn't say anything. Say, "Hey, let's go outside and throw the ball around." Just to get them active and stuff. They're one of the kids that just stays on their phone or plays Xbox. But the moms are more verbal because they're more emotional, and I understand that part. But there's certain things you don't say, especially to a boy. That's why I say, ladies, never tell your male counterparts that are your sons to man up, let alone give them advice about being a man. You don't know, in your opinion, what you believe a man is versus what a man actually is. Just like us men shouldn't tell women, woman up. I'll do it in a heartbeat, especially if I catch a woman freaking saying man up to a young, impressionable mind. But of course, I'll use choice words like bitch. You think I'm verbal here? I'm really verbal in public. Yeah. Now, I try to avoid confrontation most of the time, but when they're completely wrong, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm stepping in, especially if it involves a child. Child needs to know. The parents are supposed to be the ones the child depends on and knows they're safe. And if the parents abusing them, even just verbally, the child needs to know there are people out there that do listen and they do care and watch. That's why I step in. Now, it's only the extreme cases I step in, but I'm one of those. You've seen the videos. A husband's freaking hitting his wife in public. Everybody's pulling out their phones to record it, and nobody's freaking doing shit. I'm the one that goes over there and knocks the crap out of that freaking dude. Of course, I would do it the smart way. I freaking take out his kneecap so he's gonna limp the rest of his life, and then beat him to a pulp till the cops show up. And I pray and hope it's a ladies' night. Like, oh, you insulted my husband. That was beating on you, bitch. I hate the ones who are like, oh no, he loves me. He really loves me. You didn't have to protect me, even though he was beating on me. No, sorry. Assault is assault. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us did go through that, Bobby, and I'm sorry you went through it. And yeah. I won't say my parents were perfect parents, but they did the best they could. They did not have a parents manual like most of us never do. But there's also the part of when you become a parent and you don't know what to do, who do you contact? You should be contacting your parents. But if you got grandparents still living, you contact them first. Ask grandma and grandpa first if you still have them around before you ask your parents. You've already experienced your parents raising you. You get the really old school freaking advice how to take care of kids, and then you go to mom and dad afterwards. Yeah, well, I understand, Bobby. It takes two to make a friendship / relationship or anything else. So, but you got to be you. You got to be freaking comfortable in your skin, and history does have a lot to do with it. I know that today's is a little bit out of the norm, but I'm trying to prepare for tomorrow. For those of you that don't know, tomorrow is Shift Kicker's heavenly birthday. Well, I shouldn't say heavenly birthday because the day she left or went to the Lord is her heavenly birthday. But her earthly birthday is tomorrow. And I do have appointments. I don't know when I'm going to be able to stream, if I'm going to be able to. And no idea if StreamYard's going to freaking reset my shit correctly. So I got 20 hours for this month. That's what happens. Yeah, I miss Shift too. It's still a very painful memory, and I know it's still hard on her husband. I'm pretty sure it's hard on her grandson. It's only been a short while, but I did send an email, and he hasn't responded back lately. But hey, he's got to do what he's got to do. Sometimes you just got to. I won't say implode. I will say shelter yourself in the world and just handle things your own way. Oh, there's an easy way to fix that, Bobby. I'm just joking. Yeah. I raised my kids the hard old school way. The ex raised the kids when they were with her the spoiled way. So when they act spoiled in their 20s, like they do sometimes, I send them to their moms. And then she'll call and complain to me, why am I dealing with it? Because you bought them everything they wanted to try to be that favorite mom. That's why I tell them, if you want something that's expensive, go to your mom. She thinks she did it all herself, and those people supporting and taking care of her and her foundation for everything, and she doesn't give credit to them. Not expect a thank you, but at least give credit that somebody had to pay the bills, had to pay for everything, take care of everything. Yeah. So the boys have learned. They talk to me. They need help. I help them. I'll buy them stuff out of the whim without them saying they really want it or need it. And anything they want, their mom has to get them. Anything they need, I usually get them. You save a whole lot more money that way too. She does it, but hey, that's not my problem. Every situation is different. Some people probably won't understand what I just said, but others will. And guess what? Hey, oh, let me see. Just got a message here. CoverMediaUS.com is reporting that Christina Applegate has been hospitalized. Yeah, ever since she retired, she's been dealing with medical issues, and now hard to walk and other medical issues. But now she has entered a hospital and hospitalized due to those conditions. Okay, here you go. I'm going to give you a healthy note. Go to health.com. This post 4 days ago. Yeah, you remember when they said coffee was bad for you, and this was bad for you, and that was bad for you, and this was bad for you. They even went so ridiculous saying eggs were bad for you. It's going to raise cholesterol. Go to health.com. New research shows eggs don't raise your cholesterol. Shocker. And this is coming from the newer PhD experts versus the older ones that thought they knew shit and they didn't do research. They just took the money. And they're not only talking about the research of the eggs not raising your cholesterol, they list things that do raise your cholesterol. So you may want to check that out if you're worried about your cholesterol, which everybody should, because that's a hidden danger. You want to keep that cholesterol in check. And howtosurvive.com is reporting what a massive solar storm could do to the Earth today. Well, I already mentioned the sun shot stuff at us, 3M classes, and now howtosurvive.com is telling you what it could do to us today. Go check that out if you're worried about the sun and the UV. Just stay out of the sun for one. And be ready for it to be really, 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 really hot. Okay, the cooldown.com is reporting scientists shut down widespread myth about worsening global crisis. The fact you are not accepting. Is it a liberal or is it a conservative? I haven't read that one, but I went in and read the thing anyway, because, I don't choose sides most of the time. I almost guarantee you they're shutting down a lot. And they're talking more about the swarm of early morning quakes rattling Los Angeles. I mentioned earlier the stream. Oh, here's one. I know Lady B and the ones that stay home and have breakfast. You make this ahead of time and have them ready and just warm them up. Go to tasteathome.com, tasteathome.com. 23 muffin tin breakfast recipes for busy mornings. Well, we know Lady D's busy. She's always on the phone. Yeah, I think Lady D was an operator in a previous life. You know, they used to show back in the 50s, 60s shows. Operator, one moment, please. And then she switches the things to connect to another line. Yeah. I think Lady D, your previous life, Lady D, if you believe in reincarnation, that's what you did. You're a telephone operator. Maybe you work for Ma Bell. Actually, it'd be called Great Grandma Bell now. Yeah. Well, we've heard about all the EV stuff. How it's supposed to save the world, and finding out it's damaging it more than it's saving it. Go to slashgear.com. Slashgear.com. Check out their clickbait. Are wind turbines actually affecting our health? Everything affects our health. Find out what wind turbines are probably doing to your health. Dun dun dun. So are y'all excited? I know somebody in the chat is excited because y'all go to McDonald's. I know you do. Well, I'm a Dairy Queen, Whataburger enthusiast myself, so F McDonald's in my book. But dailymeal.com's got a message for you, McDonald lovers. McDonald's rolls out an adult Happy Meal, and you should be happy. Dun, dun, dun. What's in that Happy Meal? Well, for one, they're probably going to ID check you, make sure you're an adult. So if you go to McDonald's, you buy a Happy Meal, and you're not happy, do you get a refund? That's my first question. Alrighty. This is coming from suggest.com. A 1-year-old girl drowned at a New York City daycare pool. A 1-year-old at a daycare. The caretaker was allegedly cooking at the time. So the person that's supposed to be freaking taking care of the freaking 1-year-old in a swimming pool was cooking. Prayers to the family of the little girl. And if you don't believe all the big cracks in the world are happening, you need to go to factorywonders.com. Factorywonders.com, a giant crack in the earth, the hidden geological wonder of Utah. Yeah, it's happening in Utah. And boy, if you look at the video, holy moly, that's a big ass crack. It's almost the size of Kim Kardashian's butt. No, actually, it's bigger, but I didn't, And newsnursestories.com. First woman executed in almost 70 years has a hunting goodbye. Want to know what she says? She looks crazy too. So they finally got rid of her. So she's fandangled for 70 years, and they finally got rid of her for her crimes. And you'd be surprised how many more women are on death row. And because of their sex, they're not executing them, which I think is bullshit. Like I say, you do the crime, you need to do the time. If you're supposed to be executed, see ya. It's even in the Bible. Don't believe me? Look it up. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you can commit the crime, you need to do the time. Sex has nothing to do with it. Okay, I'm coming back to chat now. Sorry. I see B has a question, but I got to go up a little higher first. Oh, yeah, Rubberneck. I've listed A Boy Named Sue for a long time. Yeah. A lot of people misinterpret it because they think, oh, well, if I'm offended, I'm just going to sue. Yeah, they didn't understand that song. B Charmin is saying, so what's the thing that YouTube is going to require your ID to be on starting the 13th of August? I haven't heard nothing yet. They haven't notified me, and if they want that, then I'm going to have to refer them to my attorney. They may not like it. There's information on my ID that they do not need. If I am fully registered with the federal government, YouTube does not need my information. Then you contact the federal government, and the federal government says you need to back away. He's authorized. He's a U.S. citizen. Lady D's like, I haven't had any food, just a cup of water. I am hungry. Somebody get this lady some toast. Yeah. Like I said, there's a lot of privacy issues on that issue, and I don't think YouTube will be able to push it, not especially not that quick. And they didn't do a mass notification with emails and stuff. Since they do have our emails, hello. And then why would they have a person been streaming for years on YouTube? Why do they need IDM? If they need to verify if I'm a real person, then you go off my IP address, contact my internet company who does have my information from my ID, and they'd be like, yep, he's a real person. Really think about it. Are they trying to get people's... See, if YouTube tries to do that, I am going to accuse them of trying to get people's personal information so they can turn around and sell it. Make all these fake profiles. Well, not fake profiles, but fake crap that they could sell to the illegals. Because have you been watching the stories lately? A lot of the busts they've been doing have been on these illegals that have stolen freaking people's identities because they got their private information like name, date of birth. And they made fake IDs and then they get jobs to freaking work until they get caught. Yeah, so there may be a B Charming out there in Waxahachie, Montana, working on a slaughterhouse. Yeah, would be Charming's name. Yeah, MACD takes EBT. They need to do away with it because, yeah, that just fits to create the criteria of healthy stuff. So, hey, good morning, vote for Pedro. I just saw you right now. Good to see you, brother. If you don't know Vote for Pedro, you need to check him out. Click on this thing and get to his page. He is the kindest, most generous, most loving individual I've met on YouTube since Shift Kicker. And all I got to say is he takes care of the veterans. And if you've never met or listened to Vote for Pedro, you need to catch him places because, yeah, the things he does is amazing. I don't know how he does it. And he's got a full-time job. He's got a full-time family. He's always busy running around everywhere. And he still has time for the community, both local and non-local. You're so amazing, brother Pedro. Yeah, that sounds about right. More for people that are under 18. Have you label your videos, live streams, and all that for 18 and over, and be entering may have to show if they're under. That's going to solve a lot of the troll problems when they get out of school too. Yeah, I know you're enjoying your daughter. That is a rare treat. That's awesome. Just count those blessings because later on she's going to be too old to visit daddy anymore. Yeah, because life. How's that go? There's a song up there talking about a man and his son. I can't remember. I heard it the other day, but yeah. But the underage thing will stop a lot of those trolls that like to come in and cause problems. Yeah, there's always ways to get around the EBT until they finally, yeah. I think they need to put a chip in the card. And then they require them to have a freaking password like they do debit cards. That'll piss off a lot of people. I got to remember a number. Well, you're the one that puts the password in, you dummy. Yep, Scotland, huh? Is she going to get you one of those kilts and send it home to you to wear? We expect you to wear it when you pick her up from the airport when she returns. Do a video, take some pictures. Yeah, I see Vote for Pedro's back of his mind. He's like, she's gonna be in Scotland. I'm gonna have to go visit her. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah, Lady D. I think I know what you're talking about. I went to one. I'm like, what? Yeah. Now, I think I was out of there in 3 seconds, and it would have been one, but the internet was slow that day. Oh, you already have a kilt? Well, maybe she'll be updating your kilt. Maybe this one will be pink, like Barbie. Pedro could be. He's a Barbie boy in a kilty skirt. He's fantastic. He's not made of plastic. No, honestly, brother, you're so awesome. I'm so glad you got your daughter there. I got to say, I've not been to Scotland, but I was to Ireland. I got close. And what I saw in Ireland was amazing. I saw the airport. Woo! We had a layover for a maintenance thing, and they let us in the airport, but we couldn't leave the airport or we missed our flight. So, yeah, it kind of sucked. So I was able to go to the bar. Yes, I went to the bar because that's the only place I was able to get a cup of coffee. And, yeah, most of the stores are closed, but the bar was open. So, hey. And as soon as I heard coffee, I was like, oh, I'm there. I pushed everybody out of the way. I'm first. And if you're on that flight, you've been like, let him through, let him first. He's been grumpy. We ran a coffee on the plane. And if you know me, any coffee is running 24/7 in my house. There ain't coffee, I start getting grumpy. And that plane had run out of coffee. And when I got off the plane for the fix, I made sure to tell the stewardess that you better reload up a coffee because we're going to need it. Because we're on that last bend of flying from Ireland back to America. I think we had one stop from there. It was Canada before we made it home. It would have been a very, yeah. They definitely would have been calling for a Mayday halfway over the ocean if they didn't reload on coffee. That's what I hear. I don't know. If I ever went to Scotland, it's like, hey, what's your name? William? William, yeah, William Wallace. Just to see what the Scottish people would say. Just to get a reaction off their face. The old fogies would be like, yeah, right, you're full of shit. Others would be like, really? Wow. Got an American named William Wallace. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go into the city then. I stayed in the airport. We didn't see no 10-year-olds smoking, but yeah, that would it was hard enough doing that in South Korea, seeing the kids do that. I'm like, no, 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 no. Oh, you'll see them in Mexico doing that. The kids will be selling cartons of cigarettes on the street. I'm like, no. Of course, they're able to drink there too, which I think's completely, yeah. So about a week or two ago, they've put warnings out at certain places in Mexico for U.S. tourists not to go. And you know what? It's some of those places that tourists like to go, where we're only going to be on the property of the resort. Well, it's confirmed through the federal government that some of those resorts are being run by the cartel. Dun, dun, dun. I reported that years ago and people didn't listen to me. And now the federal government's got wind of it. They did an investigation. They found out, yep, the cartel does run them. Mainly the ones like they found tourist bodies on the beach right next to, the resorts that were mugged and killed for their stuff by armed gunmen that wore masks. Yeah. I told y'all, nobody ever listens to me. So if you want to take that cruise, you go take that cruise to the Caribbean because that's another hot spot for freaking the cartel and the bandits and the pirates or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, that's the way I see it. I'll stay here too. There's still a couple of states I still need to visit, but I've seen Alaska. I still haven't seen Hawaii, but knowing my luck, I'm going to go to Hawaii. The volcano's going to blow, or a tsunami that's 1,000 foot high is going to hit. So I'm staying away from Hawaii. At one time, I did want to go with my dad just to go to Pearl Harbor, but since my dad's passed away, I have no inkling to go there now. He was my protective measure. He'd be able to give me a hug if that wave was coming at me. Yeah. How'd you like that, Rubberneck? That poop cruise? Yeah. That's why I want to mention there's military discounts to have really very discounted cruise lines to the Caribbeans for veterans. Take it at your own risk if you really want to take it. But yeah, the sanitary of those rooms, the way they treat, as soon as everything starts going wrong, it's everybody for themselves. That's the way I see it. Well, if you go, Pedro, let me know. I may just get an inkling and take a hop and fly over there at the same time, and we can meet somewhere at Pearl Harbor if you ever go. That'd be a cool place to meet. Just gonna tell you, if that 1,000 foot wave comes, I want you to hug me and hold me tight. That's one of the only natural disasters I've not been through yet. I think I've been through everything except for a meteor strike and does the space shuttle count? And yeah, tsunami and yeah, I survived all the rest, but I don't know. I'm kind of worried because got that last one on my list is tsunami. I don't know if I'll make that one or not. No matter how tall that freaking mountain is, I'm freaking climbing that, knocking people down to get up there. Yeah, I can't believe what they went through Rubberneck. And I'm like, yeah. That's one of those videos you only watch once. You don't go back to revisit or anything else. You only watch it once, and that's it. That's why I did put a disclaimer. If you do take one of those discount veteran cruise lines that they're offering, I'm just gonna say, take a black light with you because you want that when you go into your room. If things are glowing on the walls, the ceiling, everywhere else, that room was not sanitized. You do not want to stay in there. Okay, December. Cool. 31 years. That's even cooler. That's awesome. Hey, lo and behold, let's see. One son will be with his step parents, and the other one's probably going to work. He was talking about maybe going on a hunting trip in December. So I got no kids to be with at Christmas. So, hey, I'm free. I just got to look at the hop schedule here locally. Anyway, schedule and get a hop and all that. I know, that's freaking amazing. 31 years of service. If my kids were so deathly afraid when they're 5 years old, when they came back from the war the last time, that's the thing, just seeing in their eyes and them holding me and grabbing my legs, not wanting to let me go, even when I was just going down to the gas station. They thought I was leaving for another year, and not knowing what was going on, I had to retire. Of course, the ex didn't like it, but hey, we're here for the kids. We're not here for other things. I don't know. Maybe this Christmas I'll just run my video I did, and you can see the video that I recorded and read a Christmas storybook to my kids while I was in the war. We had a program where they did that for the active duty at the time. You do messages and read stories. It's basically for the kids. And I got a copy, and of course the kids got a copy of their own and stuff. Maybe I'll run that one day, and everybody's like, "What the hell are we watching?" Yeah, you're watching Trust. He's in uniform in a war zone. You can hear freaking mortars going off in the background, and he's reading a Christmas book in a bunker. Oh, you did? Yeah, Kilauea did erupt. B. Did you hear about the dormant one in Alaska? That's going. They got video on that one too. I put it on a stream earlier where to go to look at it, and or I mentioned it where to go to watch the video on it. And they filmed the video on a passenger plane. And you know about those passenger planes in Alaska. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to health for a minute because I got a new one here. Talkingwithdocs.com has a video. New and more dangerous cholesterol found in your blood. Just when you thought you had good and bad cholesterol, now they got other labels of cholesterol in your body. You may want to know about them, or at least listen to the video if not watching it, to see if you need to worry about it to get tested for it. Check it out at talkingwithdocs.com. Here you go, Lady D. Here's one that you'll love, especially since you've been craving pecans lately. Go to delish.com. I'll be eating these chocolate pecan cinnamon rolls for breakfast, dessert, and maybe even dinner. Ooh, chocolate. Cinnamon rolls. Ooh, and pecan. Ooh. Yeah, didn't we talk about pecans and cinnamon rolls yesterday? There you go. AI listen, Delish put it out 1 hour ago. Why did it take her 24 hours? Come on now. Men's Journal is reporting 1 hour ago Disney is shutting down the Hulu app. Here's everything you need to know. So if you didn't get notified and you subscribe to Hulu, you need to find out what's going on because you want to make sure Disney doesn't keep charging you. 6 months later, you find out I haven't watched Hulu in 6 months because it's been off, but they've been charging you. It could happen. And CNN is reporting Apple is investing another $100 billion in the U.S. Trump is set to announce it today. What are they investing in? Wait to find out. Go watch Mr. T as he announces it when he goes live. And here's another health one, like I always try to keep an eye on for y'all. Yeah, USA Today's got an article you may be interested in, especially if you drink energy drinks. Here's her title. She thought it was just another energy drink. It took half her body weight and sent her to rehab. Ooh, yeah, rehab. Yeah, I really messed her up. It took half her body weight. Okay, anybody in the chat love Arby's? I know there's some Arby's lovers before. I know y'all been in chat before. I don't know if y'all are here, the ones that talked about it, but the sonofgray.com says there's 4 restaurants that use low quality deli meat. And the main picture they're showing is Arby's. So it may taste good, but it's low quality deli meat. What are you really eating? Dun, dun, dun. To me, sorry. Solar Green comes to mind first. And here's another health one I'm trying to. Okay, if you didn't get a chance to go check out the story about the Legionnaire's disease, go to themirrorus.com. Third person has died as outbreak of Legionnaire's disease in New York City. Y'all really need to take care of those air conditioners and vents and stuff. I'm telling you, that's where it all comes from. And for you Alaska lovers and fishermen, sorry, I had to stretch. When my neck and back wants to stretch, I got to stretch when it happens because it doesn't come off. Go to Grinch.com. Grinch.com. They got a video. They're covering the tragedy of deadliest catches. Jake Anderson is explained, and it's in a video. So another one from Deadliest Catch is injured or passed away. I don't know. I haven't watched Deadliest Catch in about a year since they keep changing where it's going to be shown at. Okay, you want to be more wise when you actually go to a restaurant since everything's more expensive now. Go to readersdigest.com and you'll know what to not order or what to order. ReadersDigest.com has an article. Here's why chefs never order these 7 foods in restaurant. If the chef won't order it, why are you? Think about it. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the war. Okay, I'm coming back to chat now. Sorry. It's almost a 2-hour mark, so we're going to get ready to, we're going to be terming it. Last time the Richmond, huh? I can't say I ever got that one, but I know the troops got a lot of freaking videos, and I always push them. Hey, go over there. They put them all in a big library because when you leave, they try to unload everything. They didn't want to have too much weight, so they carry gifts and stuff instead. And says, "Hey, donate those to the the community freaking video library, which they would do. Well, I don't know if a volcano erupted, how close it is to the water, but if it hits the water, mud or not, it could cause a tsunami. The best part, see, past timers run high. People on loot shouldn't try. That's the first one I always think of. And then the first scene I always remember, besides them falling out of the van in the parking lot and all the smoke comes out, is when the pizza guy shows up, Mr. Hand takes Spicoli's freaking pizza and have people eating some of it. Yeah, I did love their curly fries there, Lady D. And they don't say nothing about the curly fries. They're just talking about the low grade meat. So I don't know. They used to have, I can't even remember what it was. It wasn't roast beef, it was some kind of other sandwich. When my boys were born, there was an Arby's that was downstairs in the hospital. I used to go get that sandwich. It was so good. Yeah, Al's been busy lately in the mornings. I've caught him in the evenings or yeah, usually evenings or late night on some of the community or the silver channels. So all right, Rubberneck, you have a good one. I'm gonna be going here shortly myself. Just trying to catch up on chat. Oh, that's awesome that you got all that freaking fresh food. And it's healthier for you too. Saves you money at the grocery store. But if you go to the grocery store and you're a coffee lover, you may want to pick up your coffee because Folgers coffee is more than doubled already. And what was it? I was saying coffee, eggs, and there's a couple others I can't even think of. We talked about yesterday's stream. Are expected to rise before the end of the year to double, if not more. So you may want to start. And I don't say rush out and go get all the eggs that you can and freeze them in ice trays because they're only good for like 6 months that way. I tell you, find a good source of getting powdered eggs. That'll solve your problem because once you get the powdered eggs, it's simple to freaking mix up and make. That'll be charming. I did some seasoned steak fries at home over the weekend. Was it over the weekend or the week? No, the weekend before that, and they were amazing. First time I made them, and it was awesome. I even made my own homemade bread. That was a one I had to fight with and get my son help. Hey, look, it's Mike B. Welcome. You just got home. All nighter, huh? You party animal, you. Yeah, I remember doing that with my sons, both with Pedro, and they were so happy when they got it right. Now that when we go fishing, well, maybe that's why they don't go fishing with me no more. But every time we go fishing, one of them gets volunteered to clean all the fish. I tell them it's like, hey, I always had to do it when growing up, so it's y'all's turn. Now they go fishing and they don't invite me. Maybe it's because of that, but hey, you know, they know they can't say no to daddy. Daddy says you're cleaning the fish. All you hear is yes, sir. It's good to know all those pressure points because when you got both sides trying to wrestle you down. Vicky Bunnell, good morning. She's like, yuck, powdered eggs. Yeah, you say that now, but the price of eggs freaking shoot up again, double or more. You can be like, these powdered eggs taste like Jello. Should always have some for a case of backup because things are going to get expensive before the end of the year. Certain things, and eggs is going to be one of them. Just like beef is until they regulate the beef on the EBT cards, and when they regulate that, then it's like, yeah, prices will start dropping down again. Yeah, well, Pedro, I did something similar to that growing up. That's why if I got people fish with me, mainly my sons, they're cleaning fish. I've done it for too long, and it's time for them to do it. Yep, Mike. Almost 20. Yep. Folders doubled in price. It went to 19. And the middle Folgers one was 13. So I got the $13 one. Now, I've never done a salmon. I never cleaned a salmon. I don't know. Some ways it seems like it'd be easier, and other ways I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So, hopefully, if you want to be weather aware, you check out some of the spots I told you to check out because of the UVs, the CMEs possibly coming this way and how it's going to affect us. UV rays, we're already getting alerts. That's it from California and Texas. We're notified yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing today, and more states going to be added, like Oklahoma, possibly Louisiana, and others. And you may be up there in Maine thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about it, but you never know. You don't know which way these UVs and CMEs are coming. So they did have 3 M classes come at us over the weekend, and they're almost here. So, yeah. So think about it. Make sure you hydrate like Mike B always says to do. Always check on your neighbors. And don't know when I'm going to stream, so maybe a no notice pop up tomorrow, sometime after 12, before 5 o'clock, sometime tomorrow. As a reminder, if you could spend a minute or two and just say hi to Shift mentally up there in heaven. Tomorrow's her earthly birthday, and I'm going to try to do a live stream for her birthday, but if I can't, that all depends on StreamYard and how packed the channels are. But yeah, tomorrow is her earthly birthday, and we sure do miss Shift Kicker. So, but yeah, we'll see what's going on. Please, everybody, be safe. Y'all are the best social media chat group in all social media, internationally, nationally, locally, everywhere. And please know that we love you. And yeah, hold on. I guess I'll have to play the song that I dedicated to Lady D because she wasn't feeling it this morning. She was even ditching coffee. She wanted tea. So my opener will be my closer too. It's called Hang Dog Blues. She worked like a dog yesterday, and she's so tired she doesn't want coffee. She wants tea. She's hungry. She's only had water. Somebody feed that woman some crackers. I don't know, some toast, something. AKA, she likes avocado toast. Spoiler. Slap some of that guacamole stuff on there. Ew. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you when I find out StreamYard reset my time limit. Thanks for coming out. I love y'all. Please be safe. Keep your head on the swivel and yeah, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. like waiting for Yeah, that definitely, I could envision Lady D sounding sort of like that this morning, not wanting to make coffee because she wanted tea. She was hungry, not feeling in the mood. Yeah, I think that song fits her perfectly this morning. Because she did work like a dog yesterday. And she even says, I'm slacking today, just a little, still have a lot of work. Yeah, you do. Oh, a lot of work to do. She just wants to go out to visit the three ladies on the trellis and see that she's really short compared to trellises. Love y'all. Y'all have a good day. Chelsea's. Ooh. All right. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I try to do different stuff every once in a while, Pedro. I got to work on, I don't think I posted something to talk about today yet, so I got to load it up. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see you around the streams on the Silver Community if I'm able to make it today, because I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to be able to. I'll be lucky enough just to do a stream for Shift, and I'm really hoping I can get that done. Depends on my appointments. So, and Lady D, you enjoy that treat, whatever you make good for dinner. Make those chocolate pecan cinnamon rolls. Yeah, there's some pecans out there that should be at the store that are not recalled. Oh, she's gonna go outside, check the city. She's avoiding work. She's slacking so much she'd go visit the three sisters. Oh,